So this morning, thanks to a technical difficulty, I'm just going to jump into it and not use my opening video clip. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. Channel name Jan from New York City. Saves money. I love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. Today on this We Can Do It Wednesday, going to talk to you today about people that have difficulty finishing things. I, for one, used to be that way. Not all the time, but every once in a while, has this ever happened to you? You start off with a project, you gung ho about it, you really mean to do it, you even put it in writing, and you actually even start the project, and even 1 or 2 days, maybe even a couple of weeks went into this project, depending on the type of project. Is it for personal, home, business, whatever the reason, okay? And you're gung ho, everything's going great. And then all of a sudden, you're midstream, and for some unidentifiable reason, for some reason that you can't quite put your finger on, all of a sudden, you just like stop the project midway. Why? Because you are having a problem completing the project or the thought. And it's like you really meant to do it. Has anybody out there ever started a project and you notice it's unfinished? Oh, I'll get back to that next month. And then 6 months goes by and you realize, wait a minute, wasn't I supposed to get back to something a few months ago? Whatever. I mean, we might laugh and joke about it, but really at times that's actually kind of like not a good thing. But why do we as human beings do this? Sometimes I think all of us have a fear of success. Sometimes completing a project means you have succeeded somewhere. And sometimes people with a low self esteem might feel like not completing a project for fear of success. I know it all sounds weird. I am no therapist by any stretch of the imagination, but it does make some sort of sense in a weird way. Or the other reason is, well, sometimes we thought the project is going to remain at the initial feeling, the honeymoon period when everything is so bright, new, and fancy. Then all of a sudden you're deep into the project. It's like starts getting a little boring. And you start thinking, well, this is not only boring, but it's cumbersome. And is there an end to this project? Okay, here's a trick that has worked for me. So I decided I'll share it with you. If you're in the middle of a project that you were so gung ho about, two things. Before you begin the project, write down on a piece of paper, or better still, in a notebook or on your little computer, and store it and save it, the reasons why you want to do this project. Why should you write it down? Because let's say 6 months into it, you need a reminder, a real reminder as to your original motivation. Sometimes if you just keep the thought tucked in your head, months or weeks go by, and then what happens is it sort of fades away, like the real reason why you're doing this thing. So it doesn't hurt to reference back, go back to see what you had written initially, your gung ho feeling why, and your practical reasons why. So this is very helpful to help you to complete the project. Also, if one is much too much overwhelmed, take a break. Take a little break. It is perfectly okay to stop. It is perfectly okay to say, you know what, I'm going to stop this project for a little while. Okay, when I say a little while, I mean like a day or an hour or even a week. But go back to it as soon as you can, but definitely take some sort of a break. That will give you a clearer picture again, and go back to your reference notes as to why you stopped this project. I could tell you this much. Focus on the wonderful feeling of completing a project. So you could do this by practicing, by starting small with teensy weensy, itsy bitsy projects, and have that little green check mark in your mind. Remember, I spoke to you guys about having that check mark in your mind about completing a project or a task. There is nothing nicer than that. So, on this We Can Do It Wednesday, I just thought to serve as a little bit of a reminder that all of us at some point might get a little weathered away about completing a project or a task. It is nothing unusual. But if we know what to do to pull out the stops to make us keep going and stay motivated, sometimes just stopping for a little while and recognizing our original reasons for completing the task will be all we need to finish up that motivation and complete the task in actuality. All right, everybody, have a great day. If you like this video, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for your time.